What's going on, family? It's your man Miami Patron here for another video, your guide to the digital nomad lifestyle. If you're new to my channel, I always talk about anything to do with digital nomad traveling and how to make money and a sustainable lifestyle while you're doing it. Alright, so what I'm going to be talking about in this video is Medellin. For those of you that don't know, I've been living in Medellin for over 3 months now. It's coming up on almost 4 months that I've been living here in beautiful Medellin. Look at that view right here if we get the sun out of the way. So check that out. But anyway, so I'm going to be talking about is the safety, because I watched a couple safety videos, but I feel like they're missing a couple things. So what I'm going to talk about is the safety in here in the Medellin area, what to do, what not to do, and I'm going to give you a couple tips. That way, when you come to visit, or whether you decide to come and live here as a tourist, an American, you stay safe but still have a fun, quality time. So let's hop inside and I'm gonna get started. So now that we're inside, let's get started with this. So the basis for this video was this. I'm showing you guys an article right now that says that it's actually an MSN little article that says that one of the most dangerous countries for tourists is Colombia. And, you know, mixing that with, you know, what people see on narcos and the media and drugs and all that kind of stuff, a lot of people are afraid to come to Colombia, right? And I just started thinking, man, I just always had a passion, you know, after seeing, you know, Narcos actually made me want to come to Colombia, right? And then I had a friend come and move here. I decided to come. I only decided to stay for 2 weeks. I ended up staying here for 3 months, got my own apartment here, and it's been a blast, all right? So I'm going to be sharing down some safety tips on it, but also the perception and how the media perceives Colombia or Medellin versus how it actually is, all right? So right now, at the time of recording, it is at the later half of 2019, so this will apply for a minute, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with this. So I do have some notes here, that way I provide some value with you. So the first thing, I got a couple things we're gonna talk about, you know, from cities to clothes, what to do, what not to do. So let's start off, number one is the clothes, all right? So when I first got here, I actually packed very modestly. So if you see here, this is my black t-shirt. For those of you that don't know, I wear the same t-shirt in all of my videos because this is my work t-shirt. It's just very simple for me to wear this, right? But if you look at my Instagram, I love fashion. I love to wear colors. I love to wear, you know, jewelry, different stuff like that. I actually left all of that stuff and I barely brought any of that kind of jewelry here, or sorry, brought any of that kind of clothes here. But now that I'm here, I really could have brought my fancy clothes, all right? So for those of you that are gonna be packing, but when you first get here, it's okay to pack some very nice clothes. If you have a nice shirt, you know, there's people that, it's weirder because the culture, there's a lot of fake stuff. So there's people wearing Gucci, you know, Balenciaga shoes, all that kind of stuff. You're going to see that every single day. Now, some of it's not real, but the fact is if you do bring your designer clothes here, it's okay because whether it's real or not, it's kind of going to blend in with the people that already wear it that looks like it's fake anyways, right? So go ahead and bring your nice clothes, bring your nice shoes, all that kind of stuff. Now, where you want to hold off on is kind of the jewelry, right? And like rings and stuff like that. I wear rings, that's fine. But just be careful with like, you know, gold necklaces, you know, and watches. Just be careful with the watches. Be careful with, the, you know, the gold necklaces. It's actually funny. My gold necklaces and my watch got stolen on the plane before I even got here. So it wasn't even being out in the street. It was actually, you know, got stolen out of my bag, which I learned not to put jewelry in my bag, so that was my mistake. But that's just kind of funny, right? So when it comes to clothes, you're fine with that. Don't worry. Even if you want to bring that designer stuff, you're fine. You're going to blend in. You know, that'd probably be good stuff to wear in like parquilletes or something like that. I don't know about like, you know, the other places like Centro and stuff like that. Like I'll talk about the Central location here in a second. But other than that, if you're going to be in the Poblado area, you're fine to wear almost anything. I still wear jewelry, all that kind of good stuff, all right? So we just talked on clothes. Now, the next thing about safety is the city in which you stay in, okay? Because right now, the most popular tourist attraction and safest parts are going to be Poblado, Laureles, Envigado, and Sabaneta, right? Those are the most popular ones. Now, I haven't been to Envigado and I haven't been to Sabaneta yet because those are in the south and there's really no need for me to go there, right? So I've been to Laureles. I stayed there for about 2 weeks, and then also Poblado is where I kind of live now. I live outside of Poblado, about 8 minutes away in a place called Las Palmas, San Diego. Still Poblado, still safety, okay? So if you're in any of these areas, you're gonna be fine. Now, Poblado's a little bit safer than Laureles. I just, you know, it's just different vibes. Poblado's the tourist area. Laureles is more residential area. You're gonna be safe no matter what. You know, just don't have your phone on at night. Don't have your jewelry on. Walking home alone, you know, multiple blocks by yourself. Now, I do have a friend here who did who did get robbed because he was walking multiple blocks with his phone out alone at night. So it's just kind of like common sense. If you're gonna have your phone out at night or be walking alone, don't have your phone out. Don't look flashy, especially if you're walking, because people will tell you, the bad guys will have the potential to tell you. Okay. So other than that, you are safe in those areas. Now I do want to talk about a particular part that nobody really talked about until I got here, which is the Centro, right? El Centro, which is the central part of Medellin. Now, if you're gonna be coming to visit, right, most likely you're gonna be on a tour. People are gonna tell you to go to El Centro, right? That's where the museums are. That's all the kind of stuff. Guys, this is where you do not want to be at night. Okay, this is a very unsafe area. It's where the prostitution is. It's where a lot of drug addicts are. You're gonna see, like, this is the first, like, here in Medellin was the first time, like in the bad area, was the first time I ever saw somebody shooting up like drugs. And it was like crazy. I've never seen that stuff in my life. But like, that's the kind of stuff you see in the Central Park coming in at night. Now in the day, it is safe. You can walk around. I'll be there in the day. There's a lot of tourists, a lot of gringos, because it's a huge museum, a lot of attractions. But when it starts transitioning into night around 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, you do not want to be in the central area. Next one is your phone. Okay, if you're gonna, it's fine. Everybody has their phone out. You don't really have to worry about your phone getting stolen or anything like that. The only thing you do have to worry about is there are a lot of motorcycles. Okay, and here in Medellin, because the weather's so beautiful, everybody has their windows down. All right, so when you do have your phone out, you don't want to be like flashing it, especially if you're in the Uber or something like that. You don't want to be flashing it, because one of those moto taxis can go ahead and swipe that out, especially if you're in a taxi. Like, I take Uber, so if you're in a taxi, you're even more of a target. But if you're inside of a car, even if you're in a passenger seat, you just want to, be careful with your phone, especially if you're like waiting at a light or something like that. You're going to see the moto taxis like literally right here. They can definitely snatch your phone and run away, and you'll never get caught because they're in a motorcycle and you're in a car and there's so much traffic here. So just keep that in mind when you are here. It's just like, if you have your phone out, you can have your phone out at any time of the night, any time of the day, especially when you're Poblado, La Reles, you can have your phone out. Do not worry. When you get into Centro, like I said, at night, you do not want to have your phone out. You don't even want to be in that area, but just keep that in mind. Walking, okay? You're safe to pretty much walk everywhere. And the reason I'm sharing this stuff is because even though I watched the videos, I was so scared to do anything when I first got here. Like, my first 2 weeks I stayed at La Reles, I kid you not, there was a Starbucks that was about 3 blocks away. I was too scared to walk 3 blocks because I was just like, man, like, I don't know what I'm doing. What if I get robbed? Is this even a safe area? And I was just completely full of fear. And it's not necessary. It really is not necessary, because that fear is not really our fear. That fear comes from external sources like the media, our family, and what other people say. But once you get here, the people are so nice, and especially if you're staying in Poblado or La Reles, you have nothing to worry about during the day. If you're walking alone, if you're a female, if you're walking alone, if you're a male walking alone, if you have nice clothes, it does not matter during the daytime during these places. So do not worry, because man, I literally would take an Uber for a 4-minute walk. That's how scared I was. Walking is fine. Now, the only thing you want to worry about is walking at night, especially in La Reles, because it's not as touristy as Poblado. It's just be careful. Like I said, if you're walking 5-6 blocks or 15-20 minute walk, don't be walking around with your phone out or your ear pods in or something like that for that period of time, because somebody can follow you. So other than that, just be careful with that. All right, so the next thing we want to talk about is for the dudes here is bringing back girls. All right, for those of you that don't know, whether you're coming here for the sex tourism or not, it's really big here, right? And you're going to see that when you get the Parcayeres, about 50 to 60, 70% of the girls are working girls, right? So they're working girls that come home and you pay them a dime and, you do your thing, right? So you do have to be careful, because one of the popular things with the girls are they will drug you, right? They literally, it's called devil's dust or something like that. So if you bring these girls back, what they'll do is they blow it in your face and you are done. You are done. Like, for example, they'll take you to the ATM. You'll give out your money. Like, they'll take all your stuff. So you just have to be careful about bringing the girls home. Now, they are working girls. Most of the time, you're going to be safe, all that kind of stuff. But that's just something that you have to be careful with, all right? So, like, if you are deciding to get into that kind of stuff, a working girl, put your laptop away, put all your money away, put your passport away, okay? Now, for other girls, right, for other girls that are normal girls that you're going to be bringing back, right, because I usually bring girls back to my apartment, right? It's just still, be cautious, watch your drink, get a feel for the girl. Don't just bring a random girl to your apartment. Feel her out. Maybe get her on a video chat really quick or something like that. But just be careful about the girls, because there is a strong culture of drugging tourists and taking their stuff, okay? But you have nothing to worry about. Another tip is, never meet a woman or a girl, if these are for the guys, never meet a girl outside of Medellin or outside of the popular parts, okay? What I mean by that. So if you're meeting a girl, most of the time you should have them come back to your apartment, all right? Have them come back to your hotel if you're meeting a girl. Like all the girls that I've been here in the last 4 months, I have them all come to my apartment, and I've had tons. I've had over 40, 50 girls come to my apartment. So, and I have never had a problem. So, but the thing is, you don't want to really go meet a girl outside of the comfort zone. So, when I first got here, I actually met a girl. She was a gringo, right? And while she was here, she was rooming with somebody, another gringo from like Europe. So what happened with this guy met a girl on Tinder, and he met her outside of the city, right? And what happened was she actually set him up, and he was actually kidnapped. Luckily he was able to escape, but that was like real, like that really happened, because I was hanging out with the girl and said, yeah, my roommate actually got kidnapped because he met a girl outside of the city. He went out, way out of the area, right? So you don't want to go meet, if it's okay to meet a girl in Poblado, it's better if you're going to meet a girl, meet her on your terms. Like, you know what, especially if you're paying for the day, no, I'm going to meet you in Poblado at this restaurant I know. I'm going to meet you at La Laureles at this place that I know. I'm going to meet you at this mall where I know what's going on, okay? So, especially in a public place. So be careful about going to very long distances where places, because there are barrios here, there are favelas here. So you don't want to go to favela and get caught up in something like that, because just don't do it, man. Police presence. So there is a lot of police presence in most of the public areas, which makes me feel safe, especially in the El Centro when I do go there. It's just okay. Like, especially in Poblado, not really in Laureles, because I said it's a little bit more residential, but in Poblado and in the Centro area, there is a lot of police presence. So that always makes everything feel a lot more comfortable. If you're in any of those popular places, within a couple, strides, you can be in front of a police officer and get help if you really need to, okay? Because the thing here is the people are super nice, right? The people are here, like, I might be talking, you might be getting scared, but guys, this country is amazing. The people are so nice. I've had nothing but great experiences here. And think about this. These people really want tourism to blossom. People really, they're called the paisas. The paisa people really want to be seen in a good light. So even if somebody was to go ahead and pickpocket you or rob you or something, especially in the daylight, and other paisas and normal people see that, they might try to attack him, right, and try to get that stuff back and try to stop him till the police get there. Or if he has a weapon or something like that, people will literally point him out all the way down until somebody gets them, right? Because they know that if you're a tourist, that, hey, you're a prized possession because you are bringing revenue, you are bringing light to this country, and the people here will take care of you if you're in a position like in this public area and something does happen to you. So you don't really have to worry about that. Because other than that, guys, they have a saying here in Medellin that's called, I think I wrote it down, dando papaya. So dando papaya. Don't give papaya, which means don't look flashy, don't look crazy, don't come out here with all your bling and stuff like that. But other than that, guys, I like to wear fashionable clothes. Like, if you look at my Instagram, I'll tag it right here. You guys can follow me on the gram. Like, I always wear colors. I always wear nice clothes when I go out, all that kind of stuff. And I had nothing but, I've never had problems. I even went to some of the favelas with some nice clothes, and I still had a good time. So, guys, coming to Medellin, you do not have to worry about any kind of safety problems. I don't even know why that was even on the list at Colombia, because here in Medellin, especially if you stay in the nice areas, Poblado, La Laureles, San Diego, Las Palmas, Envigado, Sabaneta, any of these places right here, you're going to have a great time. You're going to have a great experience. You're going to meet so many great people, and you're going to have nothing but love for the city. You might even stay here just like I did. But guys, hope you got a lot of value from this video. Make sure you subscribe below, and I'll see you guys next time. Miami Patron out.